Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray edition of Taxi Driver. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Taxi Driver is here on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. It stars Robert De Niro and directed by Martin Scorsese. It is currently only available as part of the Columbia Classics Collection Volume 2 on 4K Blu-ray. Now, as far as the film itself goes, this movie is by definition a classic. It is one of my favorite Scorsese films, and also by extension one of my favorite De Niro movies. And this film is iconic for so many reasons. You got some great quotes, and it does have a popular culture kind of place in society. But this movie is fantastic. It's dark by nature, but it's so great. It has so much to say. It's really kind of, I would say, just essential viewing for anybody that likes a good drama, gritty thriller, and just something that has wonderful acting in it. I love this movie quite a bit. I could honestly talk about this one all day, and when I heard this was part of the Columbia Classics Collection, the second volume, I was very happy. In my opinion, it's really the highlight of the set, and it's just something that you should absolutely own in your collection. Okay, we're going to talk about the picture quality and the audio in just a moment, but first let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have Taxi Driver on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray as part of the Columbia Classics Collection Volume 2, and the cover matches the others in the series. And then we have the back, and the spine, and then some original artwork there from previous releases, which I actually dig it. And then we have some artwork on the discs. Looks good. Very nice presentation. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Taxi Driver on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray has a 185:1 aspect ratio, native 4K resolution with HDR10 and Dolby Vision for the grading. For purposes of this review, I will be discussing the Dolby Vision encode. This film was given a 4K restoration from the original camera negative, and honestly, it looks fantastic. Film grain is intact with a moderate level of density, and I didn't have any issues with DNR or post-processing applied here. The 4K resolution really brings out the extra level of detail. The up-close shots of De Niro is kind of frightening at times, but he looks great with texture, and the phrase on his outfit really stand out. Costuming and clothing from the other characters, the gritty streets of New York really come to life. Everything looks great here, properly rendered, and detail is nicely enhanced. Dolby Vision does a great job enhancing the color palette throughout the film, much improved over the colors present on the Blu-ray. This film isn't inherently colorful by nature, it's not that type of movie, but reds and blues and greens are well represented, whether it's Bickle's jacket or Betsy's dress, a lighting source, whether it's a traffic light or a storefront, they're all rendered very well here, natural in appearance, and really look spot on. Taxi Driver is a very dark film during the majority of its runtime, but I'm happy to say that black levels are nearly perfect here. Nighttime scenes are deep and rich, no issues of elevation to speak of. And the same can be said for shadow detail. Look at Bickle's apartment. It contrasts the lighting sources very nicely and overall has a good feel to it. Black levels are handled extremely well in this 4K release, and I'm very happy with the results. When it comes to the audio mix, Taxi Driver retains the DTS 5.1 from the previous Blu-ray disc. In my opinion, it's still a very serviceable track, though a Dolby Atmos upgrade would have been most welcome, and I think it would have added a little bit more dimension to the film itself. But that being said, it's still a very good track. The film is very front-heavy by nature, so any kind of surround activity is mostly relegated to the sounds of New York and other ambient sound effects. Dialogue has a very strong presence in the center channel and sounds good. Equally impressive are the fronts. They seamlessly complement the center nicely. And the rear speakers, it's once again pretty much relegated to sporadic uses of ambience and occasional uses of the score, but it does sound good, and you will definitely appreciate the results in those speaker placements. And the LFE channel has a good amount of heft to it. It's not overly aggressive, it's not that type of film, but you definitely will notice it when it kicks in from time to time. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Taxi Driver on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray a solid A. Sony did this film a lot of justice with this 4K restoration, and it looks great on the format. The HDR and Dolby Vision does a great job enhancing the color palette, keeping it natural. Black levels are perfect, and the 4K resolution really gives you a nice sense of detail. This movie has never looked better on any physical format, and I think you'll be very happy with the results. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one a solid B. The DTS 5.1 is definitely something you've heard before if you have the existing Blu-ray, but it's still a very serviceable track. Everything up front sounds great, and the surround sound environment is used sporadically, but it's very effective. An Atmos upgrade would have been nice, but not essential here, but it's still a very good overall track. So that is my review of Taxi Driver on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking up this movie as well as the entire set of the Columbia Classics Collection Volume 2, I will leave an Amazon link in the comments section. If you use it, it really helps out the channel. But if you have the disc and set already, let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.